we're going to be just doing a roll of activities again, just like we did yesterday. So find a workshop you want. At the end of the workshop you can have a little break, cigarette break, cup of coffee. We'll make sure there's plenty of tea and coffee on. After lunch we should have the photography workshop. That's going to be upstairs in the gallery at 1 o'clock. So if you're interested in doing that, it's a first come first served basis for 10-15 people. And again, at lunchtime, we come back here for about 1 o'clock, we'll go through a run of what's going on. Hopefully, we're trying to arrange a tour for about 7 people. We've got a very kind gentleman from Bristol, wherever it is.
Excuse me,
yeah? No, not that one. Oh, okay. You're volunteering there. Yeah, yeah.
So maybe 1 at 11, maybe 1 at 7.
Yeah. So what we're thinking is, if we can get one of our lovely Liverpool staff members to kindly sit in on the minibus, hopefully we can perhaps arrange 2 tours, one for about 11 o'clock and one at some time this afternoon. Probably about 1:30, giving time everybody to get back and everything. Same routine with the fire procedure. It's Tuesday today, isn't it? There isn't a planned fire drill today, so if you hear the fire alarm, there'll be stewards who will automatically come down to the stairs and help you on your way out. But the best thing to do, again, is just to follow the smoker's route. And that's about it for today. So, we've got this lovely Vox Pop lady. There we go. We've forgotten the Vox Pop lady. She's going to be taking up 5-minute interviews from everybody. Nothing to be worried about. They've got some fantastic questions. It's just about getting your feedback. Some funny questions and some serious questions about the services. So she's in the Northwest Forum room. Now, again, it's if you're following the smokers' route.
Ladies to come in and voice their opinion. We've got loads of guys saying they're positive, good things, but we need some ladies as well. So can I get some questions out? Would like to come into it?
So if you want to break off, if you go and find whichever workshops you're interested in going in, they're all on a first come first served basis. And I can see all the young people running for the beauty room now. Go on, Tanya, run! And we'll see you downstairs for 12 o'clock for lunch.
How long have you been a customer at Novas?
6 months.
Are you happy with your support?
Yeah.
Good. Are you happy with your life at the moment?
Yeah, it's getting there.
Good. If you could go anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
Spain.
If you had £1,000 to spend, what would you spend it on?
The kids.
What would you say are your strong points? Yeah, introvert or you're extrovert, would you say? You know, you're outspoken or you keep things to yourself?
Keep things to myself.
What one thing do you like about yourself?
I'm getting stronger.
Good. If you could have plastic surgery, what would you have done?
My eyes.
All right, thanks. That's it, there.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Thanks for
That
that.
it?
Yeah. How long have you been a customer at Novas?
About 6 months.
Are you happy with the support?
Yeah.
Is there anything you feel we could help you with today?
No.
You're happy with your life at the moment?
Not really.
If you could go anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
Dubai. So.
If you had £1,000 to spend,
Shopping.
what would you spend it on?
Shopping.
What would you say are your strong points?
It's hard to say in English. I think I'm tolerant and punctual, and I can do whatever I want when I really want it.
Good. Are you introvert or extrovert?
Extrovert.
What one thing don't you like about yourself?
I'm too short.
If you could have plastic surgery, what would you have done?
Make me want bigger, but it's not really possible.
Right. Would you know who to contact if you needed help in the service, if you couldn't go to your support worker? Good. All right, thank you. That's all.
Okay.
How long have you been a customer at Novas?
About 5 months.
Are you happy with the support you receive?
Yes, I think it's very good. Yeah, there is room for expansion, but so far so good.
So do you feel we could improve on
I
it?
do, yes. There's quite a lot of things that can be improved, but then you just learn as you go along, don't you?
You're happy with your life at the moment?
Not really, no.
Do you want to elaborate
I
on that?
wouldn't really like to elaborate on that, but not at the moment, no. But then I'm going through a bit of a bad time right now, so...
Okay. If you could go anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
Home.
Do you like being at
That's where
home?
the heart is, isn't it?
Do you like being at home?
I'm agoraphobic, so yes, prefer home.
So how did you get here today?
In a taxi.
You're okay getting taxis?
Well, I am now,
Someone's with you?
That's a lot. Well, I don't necessarily have to have anyone with me anymore. I can actually ride in a taxi now on my own. I just still can't get on a bus or a train on my own yet.
So you're getting there
But
bit by bit?
hopefully, in time to come of it.
Good. If you had £1,000 to spend, what would you spend it on?
My kids,
Christmas.
well, whatever they needed, they get.
What would you say are your strong points?
Mine. Very argumentative and very forthright, and I always give my opinion.
Good. Good. Are you introvert or extrovert then?
I'm definitely extrovert.
What one thing don't you like about yourself? If you're going to pick out one thing.
Myself. Well, I like everything about me really.
If you could have plastic surgery, what would you
I
have
don't
to?
believe in changing my bits. What God gave me, I'll do with, and if
So you're quite happy with yourself
oh,
then?
right, yes.
Good.
There's only one of me. I'm an original.
Good. That's it then. Thanks,
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. How long have you been a customer at Novas?
For Novas, I've been a customer for about 5 years.
Are you happy with the support you receive?
I am actually, yeah, I am.
Are you happy with your life at the moment?
Well, the life's actually improved since I joined Novas and gained support from Novas.
In what ways has it improved?
Well, basically, I was drinking a lot more, and my mum died, and I went basically downhill. And when I got the support, they didn't actually bully me; they just encouraged me to, we give you support once a week or whatever, yeah. And through that, but through other agencies as well working with me. And I got to thank the frontline staff, especially in Liverpool, the disperse. They actually, showed me that there's another life, not the life we live in at the time.
So you think your life's improved?
Yeah.
A lot then. If you had £1,000 to spend, what would you spend it on?
Actually, I would spend it on to provide the customer with social events.
What would you say are your strong points?
My strong point. I suppose to encourage other people, other customers, to do what I've done. And strong point would be, I think I'm more of a leadership type person.
Advocate.
Advocate, yeah. I'm not much good at delegating sometimes, but most of the time I am.
What one thing don't you like about yourself?
There's nothing I don't like about myself.
Of course. If you could have plastic surgeries,
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't have
Wouldn't.
it.
I think it's a waste of money.
Are you looking forward to Christmas?
Yes, I am.
Where would you be spending it?
Well, I'm going to on Christmas Day with the church group. They provide Christmas dinner. So I meet other people. I don't believe in God, but it just another outlet for me, because my family live quite far away.
Right. Do you feel there's anything we can help you with today? Any issues you need help with?
No, I think what I would actually want is obviously more of extensive training and education within Novas, just through all the three regions.
All right, chef, that's fine. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's good. Next. Okay. Iron Arm.
Hiya.
How long have you been a customer at Novas?
About 2.5 years I've been a customer in Novas for 2.5 years.
Are you happy with the support you've been given?
Yeah, there's been times when it's been like, I've been a bit frustrated with the support I've been given, but generally and all it's been good. Yeah.
In what ways was you frustrated with the service?
I am just frustrated because at the beginning I was getting passed a bit from one support worker to another support worker, and
Is
then
that because people were leaving? Or?
people are leaving and stuff, and I was kind of moving from place to place at the time, but so it couldn't really be helped. But I think once you start to get a support worker who's there for you, quite consistently, then that really helps better.
So you feel settled now?
I feel settled.
Oh, good. If you could go anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
If I could go anywhere in the world right now, where could I go? I don't know, I'd like to go to Australia.
Why would you like to go there?
Because it's hot.
Because it's cold at the moment.
It's freezing here.
If you had £1,000 to spend, what would you spend it on?
Buy a computer, a good computer. Yeah, buy a nice computer.
Do you like using the computer?
I do, yeah, I do.
Do you get time to use that with the support, or do you do any
I
training?
bought my own computer, but Novas helped me to get it. It was donated by a member of staff, gave us it sort of thing, and that was good of them, But I want to get a better one.
What would you say are your strong points?
My strong points? I don't know, I think I'm longevity, probably quite consistent, do you know what I mean? It's keeping going, that's probably the thing I'm not too bad at. It's getting up after hard times and keep on going.
Yeah. Are you introvert or extrovert, would you say?
Probably extroverted a little bit.
What one thing don't you like about yourself?
I don't think about myself. Probably my accent. Because it's dead, I can't get rid of it. I've been here for 8 years and it's just not
Don't
going.
make that 11. If you could have plastic surgery, what would you have done?
I don't really know. I don't know.
So you'd have plastic
I
surgery?
don't like needles and I don't like all that stuff messing about with cutting you open and stuff. And
So you wouldn't have it then?
no.
Okay. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Alan. How long have you been a customer at Novas, Henry?
Well, I've been a customer's resident representative for 4 years. Since day one, I come to Arlington House in Camden, North London, and I've been a resident rep.
Are you happy there?
Very, very happy.
You're happy with the support you get from Novas, Henry?
Yes, I think I am very happy with every member of the Novas organization of Arlington House. I'm happy with the whole world, with you and with everyone who are putting something into the best times that are to come.
If you could go anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
Heaven. I'll be here. I always feel comfortable. I think always since day one I've been supported, I've been helped by the people of the United Kingdom, by you and everyone. So
you're very happy at the moment?
I am very happy. I love to be happy, but I'm more than happy.
What are your strong points, would you say?
Well, my strong points are unity, communications, self-respect, forgiveness, value for being optimistic, knowing myself by the result of my ideas, and that's it.
What one thing don't you like about yourself?
Well, many things. I love myself. I love, not necessarily in the way, I love myself because I am optimistic. I find the light. I've been in the dark tunnel of life, and I like one thing you like to know what I like about myself, to be able to forget my own mistakes and to help everyone in the universe through my heart, my mind, and the help of God and Novas.
So you like helping people then?
I love helping people. Helping people, helping others is helping myself 100 times.
If you could have plastic surgery, what would you have done?
I think I have a new heart. Since I don't think I want any plastic, anything material. I think the spiritual, the love for life. I think I feel great. I am no Muhammad Ali to be able to say I'm the greatest in the world, but I think faith moves mountains. Miracles happens to those who expect them. And about the surgery, that things, I think I don't believe in material things being that necessary. So if you love me now, you love me now, I said to myself, oh, I mean, it's just...
So you're happy with yourself?
I am very happy with myself and with everyone around me, and always I carry a bag full of happiness to give those who are not happy.
Oh, that's lovely. Thanks very much.
It's fun, isn't it? Some biscuit.
It's me.
I don't have the list of
Follow the crowd.
Henry's going to video. Sorry? Henry is already
You see, I couldn't cheat. Sorry, Sandi. One, open that door, feel the door. I'm supposed to be with Sarah. I would go to Mr. Gray. I was just like, maybe shoved in there. Yes, I'm doing. Straight through. Sorry, Sandi. It's alright. Thank you. Straight through. Sorry, Sandi. Right away. Don't worry, no, it's all well to the action.
I'll show you a group.
I want to ensure my customers want to be able to be free to be themselves. Have a look.
I don't think I find the thrill of driving there, you know. Okay. See you later, mate.
Not again. It's got to be about 5. So I just need water past there. I've got a coffee to sip on through the middle.
Is it no matter works?
It's
The old like carpentry place to start.
It's a children's training. I've been up there a few times. Basically, it's about making sure that look around the right research. It's not measuring how
this is the one I wanted to go into.
Yeah. Should be an explanation, really, rather than just a saying.
Yeah, exactly. I got a bit thick.
No, you're alright, don't worry, it's alright. We couldn't, about customers being involved in recruitment. Just think of this. People asking, like, I think it's scared a lot of people away. How come? You don't actually know what it is, but if we explained what it was, people would have.
They would do it,
Yeah.
Give myself a drink.
Based on the Department for Education and Schools policy document, every child matters.
All welcome services
They're saying that and they now say that we have to do evidence outcomes against 5 headings, which are economic well-being, enjoying and achieving, being helpful, safety and security, and social and civic participation.
It's like bricks and there's drills to me.
But it also
Can't make it. Thanks very much. Yeah.
Whose is that? Is that yours?
Mine.
I'll cut this.
Should do, yeah. Should put it on. Super glue.
Quite your snow scene, that's really cool. Other people, some of the ideas you've come up with, that's okay. I won't touch them, they won't play with them, we're going to collect them at the end of the day. I saw that. No, actually, we haven't. I'll go and find a bit back and then I'll pop as well.
Is there
Me? 18 hours, yeah, but there's something towards it, there's something right here, something straight, which one as well, so there's other teams down the way, so we covered the whole of Somerset, which was...
Which actually drive
It's like 500 miles a month. Which is absolutely most important things, You eating them biscuits? I'll grab some of that. Okay, well, we got coming in tomorrow.
Another one here? Yeah, we'll take, we'll do the, I'll try and get hold tonight.
This one, no, I excuse me, this one.
No, you can't take them, love. No, no. I think they're ribbons. Only the ribbon. And you can't take them either. That'll be about £1. No, you can't take them.
I'm there for tomorrow.
I think that's one that you do yourself.
You can take bows, but you can't take the ribbons. You want to try tomorrow? All right. Take one tonight and look at this. And you've ready to take, but when you see tomorrow, you'll be more interested. It'll be better tomorrow.
I think that's one you can practice on.
Yeah. They're easier to practice on, you know, when they're left before you open them.
Got one of them? Practice on.
When we want to get
You're supposed to do this because you're my bitch.
The actions going on at Novas. Everyone gets filmed. Yeah, cool.
I'm going to go up.
Yeah, it's nice up there. It's very peaceful as well.
Good.
Just singing?
How long have you been a customer at Novas, Sam?
I've been a customer at Novas for 6 months.
Yeah, are you happy with the support you receive?
Am I happy with the support I receive? 50-50.
Are there things that we could do that we don't do at the moment that you feel we could do better?
I would say that when Novas put people in a variety of support houses, when they interview them, they should check their specific needs, and although it might be good, it may not be bad, if you've got a group of people with all different issues, sometimes it makes it difficult for staff to actually focus on what they need to do. So there is also the probability that some staff, although they've been given theoretical knowledge on drugs abuse and drinking, etc., although they're qualified in doing their job, they're not actually qualified to deal with the nature of those particular drugs. And if in the future, if possible, that they get volunteers who go forward to become employed in Novas, if they've been ex-drug users, etc., if they're thoroughly trained, I believe they'll be more equipped to deal with these people with the individual habits that they have, because number one, they'll know the feelings, they will know what they're going through, they'll know what it's like when it's cold turkey, because many times you have staff who are willing and want to help, but they've never actually experienced being in that particular situation. So although they're giving all the good advice on what you should do, I would say a lot of customers take resentment towards that because they haven't been down that particular road. And then they will say things like, you don't understand, and sometimes it will get them aggressive, not necessarily at the staff, because they feel that they're communicating but no one understands. That's what I've been picking up as a customer rep.
So you feel like they could be doing more training in different varieties of the...
They need training in other areas, because I mean, if you're a support officer in a setting, you might be a person that's on a category A level that's minimised, where you can work with them and they socialise and talk to you. And then you've got your hard cases where they're so locked into their drugs, you have to try to find something that they're really interested in to take their addiction to the drugs into something positive, so that they can gradually come out working at their pace, and many times they would slide back, but not as much as if they were helped. There's another point that's been pointed out that's not naturally shown, but there are times where staff don't mean to be like that. It's just that in their natural nature, they non-verbally communicate their dislike of a particular thing. They don't say it, they work according to the rules, etc. But people like myself will sit down and pick up on it, you know, and I might not get defensive because I understand what's happening, but another person would see that as a liberty and then react in an aggressive manner because he feels the person doesn't know what they're talking about. They do when it concerns the job, but not what's happening inside the individual.
Yeah.
That's what I say to that.
Are you happy with your life at the moment?
No.
You're not?
No.
Can you tell me why?
Because I want to be back on top where I was before. I want to be fully employed. I want to have what I had before, my freedom, my respect. I want to have my children and my grandchildren back around me and be free, basically.
If you could go anywhere in the world right now, Sam, where would you go?
I'd go to America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like America?
No, I've never been there. I see so much happening. I just would go because I want to experience it physically in the flesh, and there's a possibility that you might get recognized or taken somewhere else where you're struggling here. You might get the opportunity in a new environment. Like me moving from West to Hackney, my life's changed that way because I was among all my local friends. So my index offences stayed the same. But because I was taken out the area, first of all, I had isolation. Then I had to rebuild myself because my mind started to think, opportunities got put towards me. And I gradually, with support, built myself back up to this level, waiting to step over to the final stage.
Good. What would you say are your strong points?
I can be very positive. I would say my strong points is I'm positive, and when I'm in a positive mind, I can make a lot of things happen.
What one thing don't you like about yourself?
When I fall back on myself, when I've made such great progress and maybe I get slightly depressed or I have a very bad day and I feel no one's helping me, maybe for a day or two I end up going back to my usual naughty behaviour, then I have a guilt trip about it, and then I have to try and put it together again, which I don't really want to do.
That's all right.
Okay?
Thanks very much.
No problem.
How long have you been a customer at Novos, Simon?
About 7 months now. You know what I mean? I started off with, well, for the first 3 months, to be honest with you, because I was doing like a Trees for Cities course, so I weren't really there during the day, but yeah, I've been there about 7 months now.
Are you happy with the support?
I'm happy with certain aspects of it, like, you know, my key worker's trying to get me to go into computer courses now because I'm computer illiterate, and he's saying like everything is computerised, but there's certain things that he said before, especially about my son coming to visit. Now my son's 17, and first of all he says he needs to get in contact with my ex-wife and all that. Well, he needs to, and I don't even talk to my ex-wife anymore. And then at one of the residents' meeting he said he never said that.
Do you feel like there's a lot of barriers put in front of you? Do you feel like there's a lot of barriers put in front of you?
Not really barriers, it's just he says certain things and then he denies that he says it. So it puts me in a complicated situation. Like one minute I'm told my son won't be able to come and visit. Then I'm told, well, it's alright, you can come and visit. So, a bit confused about that. You know what I mean?
Are you happy with your life at the moment?
I'm happier with my life now than I was a little while ago because like before I was saying, I've done a Trees for Cities course, so I've got another bit of knowledge, and I love working with plants, trees. I like working in a team. You know what I mean? I enjoy just being out and doing things. You know what I mean? So I'm happier now than I was before, but I'm still not 100% happy because I haven't got up and done it yet. I've only just got my qualifications through, so hopefully I'll be able to get a job soon, and that'll make it okay.
If you could be anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
Right now there's so many places. I mean, the Black Forest in Germany, Amazon rainforest. Anywhere where it's nice and green, there's not too many idiot people about, not too many cars, authority and all that.
I like the thought of being in the wilderness somewhere.
Yeah. And I like starting fires and stuff. I don't mean like pyromaniac, but
yeah.
You know, because I've been on the streets, instead of being on the streets, what I used to do is go down certain commons, start my own little campfire, have a few friends, and it makes it worth being out on the streets then. And you don't get anyone trying to mug you and all that, but I love being at one with nature.
If you had £1,000 to spend, what would you spend it on?
Oh, my son.
What would you buy him?
Whatever he wanted, as long as it costs under £1,000.
What would you say are your strong points?
My strong points? easy to get on with, happy-go-lucky person. Even though I do take life seriously and do serious things. I like to think positive about people rather than the negative sides. I don't know, just enjoy things, you know what I mean?
What one thing don't you like about yourself?
Oh. Certain things I don't get off my arse and do. Like, I've been promising myself for years that I'm going to write a book and all that, and I still haven't really started doing it. So I disappoint myself with things like that. I mean, before I was like drinking and all that, I've cut down, so I know, you know what I mean, I can get out of that circle. But there's certain things where I should get off my bum and concentrate more on doing things, but I just let it slide by.
Would you like to write a book?
Yeah, I'd love to, man. Beowulf or something like that, you know.
All right, that's positive. Thanks.
Oh, cheers. Thanks very much for the interview.
You're welcome.
Yeah, where you started before, you've written a book.
Well, when my marriage broke down, I wrote a book because for over 15 years I've done martial arts and holistics in a variety of ways. So I developed a core method. It took me 3 days and 3 nights, and I wrote this book. I then went to a particular college with connection, and there was an author there that had dried up on ideas. We ended up having a long argument in the class. I didn't realize when I was arguing so vehemently with her that she was assessing whether I did plagiarism, which was to copy it from somewhere else, which I didn't. Because my first idea was to take 5 or 6 different ideas and mold them together. But as I put the pen to paper, it all flowed out from all the experiences that I had. And you can teach someone one form of martial arts, but because I'd done a variety and I had different masters, all that instruction called in and turned into my own variation of that, which was quicker, faster. So whereas it takes someone 20 years, I could make them learn that in 5 years, master it in 10, because they had the proper keys. Now this person took the book off me, and because it wasn't copyrighted, she then left a 40 grand a year job, sold her house, went to America, and she made $250,000 on my work. But because it wasn't copyrighted, etc., etc., I can't prove it's my work. I know it's my work, it's come from inside. And also, although she can use that method to apply it to a variety of different things, I've still got the master key locked inside here. Yeah. So I do recognize the work. And that was something that did quite upset me, because I thought that if that had got printed and gone forward, I wouldn't be sitting here now. And that's what I got to say to that. All right?
Yeah, nice one, Sam.
No matter what you do, no matter what it is you want to do, if you follow the methods, even if you don't have no belief in it, it will work regardless. Because I studied thousands of books, learned thousands of different things, and then found the key principles that related to all of that and stripped it down, because many authors hide a lot of truths so that a person cannot see the key. So they take you right up to the mountain, and when you get there, there's nowhere to go. What I do with the individual is, when they follow that path, they discover themselves, and when they get to the mountain, they find their own key that opens the door for where they want to go. That's the book I wrote. Yeah. And I still got it in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, don't give it up. We can do that from the doorway. Can the doors open to the room?
Now I'm getting annoyed. Oh. I'm really cheesed up for this.
always hide in the boogaloo. Ish, but you're still got yeah, okay.
Yeah, step inside. So you're going to have that.
Just whatever's left on the table, to be honest. So I can't see any.
What is it looking
It's
for?
like that. It's got placements on it.
Ah.
Oh, we've got commands as well.
Yeah,
Commands. There's a plant.
Like medium slices, isn't it?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to now.
Excuse me.
Squeeze them bottom line. You might need a little bit of the super glue as well, because that'll really get them to stick. That's it.
What's wrong?
You keep saying that.
Right, I'm going to put that as a photograph, not creative. That's great.
Yeah. We have IT and people can go in there. Nur here is all the time in the working with the community there. So
Also have like training opportunities on the computer. So for example, we got Learn to Read in some of our schemes. So you
also
could
billing for properties.
exactly. Yes, that's the key aspect, isn't it?
We actually get
Choice-based.
choice-based literature.
Yes.
You mentioned yesterday about getting the directs more involved directly with
Well,
you tried IT in Stone Park, but they all confused right now.
It happens. It happens. We have to keep thinking of ways to make it secure and coming up with different ideas, I think, haven't we? But you were saying, where are you? Are you in a housing project or out in the community?
Housing support, Ellsdale Downley in Hackney.
Okay.
I know that in Ellsdale we already have computer in
Yes.
Ellsdale, but I think it would be good to have computers in other schemes in Downley, just to help customers to access it easily instead of coming into the office.
How many would be interested in actually taking up training programs online, just out of interest? Would anybody be interested?
I'd be interested in
So you can do anything, any kind of training qualification, or just to